Hey, me, Grandpa. Like what you see? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe then. Please touch my furs.
Zag shield?
Hey, Skelly. There you are.
Okay. That's fine, I guess. Not much really to say about this one then. What's a good bet for Zag shield? Last number of current health end on. 0 through 4, 5 to 9, or dead by the end of the run. Place your bets. And in my youth, I don't like to admit it, I pirated things, many a thing. I couldn't tell you how many times I downloaded Carry On My Wayward Son by Kansas on Kazaa. I know. I tried to turn myself into the police. They said, who gives a shit, bro? So I walked away. It's happened. But the other truth was, I wasn't gonna go buy their album if that wasn't an option. You know what I mean? I know I'm a monster. And it's often the same thing with games. I don't think I ever did it a lot, but there was probably like a couple back in the day. And it was like, well, I can't afford to buy this game. So you can either download it, or I can never play it, or probably never play it. So yeah. There's also times where it's just like, the other option, so like TV shows, especially before, the advent of subscription services where you can get an entire series available to you. Before that happened, it's like you'd have to buy the DVD box set that cost $140. It's just kind of like, I'm not doing that for a show I've already seen a dozen times, right? But I do want to watch it again. I might just take this, honestly. Is that stupid? Might be stupid. Now that YouTube exists, you just listen to all your music there? Yeah, pretty much the same thing for me, too, honestly. And since I have, like, YouTube Premium, it's not, like, a big deal, probably. Like, they still get their ad money and everything. And so I try to make sure it's from the original artist, if I can. I don't like using those, like, random YouTube accounts to listen to music that have nothing to do with the artist. That just have, like, the lyrics slowly appearing on a bright pink background or some stupid shit. Welcome, Silk.
You wretches.
Steam sales probably curbs piracy, you know? I bet subscription services have kind of helped curb it a little bit too, when it comes to at least TV shows and stuff. I'll take Splash a Dash, maybe. I don't really like Common, but okay. Yeah, you don't want to have a bunch of different streaming services, but I don't like the fact that pretty much everything's going toward that way. But at the same time, at least when it comes to like TV shows and movies, I'm kind of okay with picking one up and then canceling it to start another one when I feel like I'm low on stuff on it. You know what I mean? And then I can just jump back and forth kind of thing. You think I'll ever get an attack boon, for Christ's sakes?
I'm rich. Come do that.
Yeah, it's Zag Shield.
Look what I found.
Don't want Zeus's attack. Call would be nice. Call would be very nice. I'll go for it. It's fine.
I thought crystals were supposed to be pretty.
I only have one subscription. Well, I have Amazon Prime, but that's less about the shows. But right now, I currently only have Netflix paid for. We had Disney Plus for like a couple months, then I canceled it to go back to Netflix. Before Disney Plus, we had HBO Max. That only lasted like a month, I think.
Smashing.
Call? It's worth rolling.
Let's see what else.
Yay!
Electric.
I'm even willing to sell the special or the cast. The special could wind up useful.
Hey, sir. You're looking at...
Stop by. No worries whatsoever.
Depends on the hammer.
See you again, right?
HBO Max is stacked. There just wasn't a lot for her wife and I think. Because she would really prefer to watch like some documentary series, something kind of a bit more like laid back or something like that, than to watch like some kind of suspenseful fictional show. She's just not really into those. Gives her, she feels anxious trying to watch that stuff. Yeah, Discovery Plus, we're thinking about trying out. Okay, escape. How important is the rarity of boons for these high heat runs? About the same importance as any other run, I'd say. It's a lot of Artemis, huh?
Should come in useful.
I'm gonna try to hold out, see if we can get a rarer one. How do I have so much darkness? Well, there's a few. Okay, well, the real reason, hold on, let me give you the fake reason. I mean, we have 2,700 hours in the game. Step one. Playing since early access, and in early access, I think darkness like worked a little bit differently too. In terms of like how much it required and stuff. I'm not positive about that though. So that'll do you. But the real reason, that's the fake reason. The real reason is I've had to replace my save file dozens of times over with a community generated one by the speedrun community. Where it has as few runs in the logs as possible to prevent lag during a save override. But it has all the dialogue, we're almost out of the dialogue done, and therefore it has like a shitload of darkness just loaded onto it. So what happens is, the more runs you have recorded on a save file, the longer it takes to load than every single chamber in real time. Because it has to rewrite that save file. Rod? Take it or no balls?
What else is there?
I guess I ain't got no balls, but you don't got any chatting anymore. Get fucked. Call me no ball Haelian. Guess I'm taking a small PP then. I remember like Musaeus measured it, and I was losing like literal minutes across like an all weapons run or something because of this save file issue. Okay, this sucks. Ah!
I'll just take
Don't care for Afro. We got a lot of boons. Don't have a hammer yet.
Hope I didn't keep you waiting, ladies.
Yeah, so you're at a severe disadvantage for speed runs if I kept using my original save. And even beyond that, just like the wasted time on every single run just stacks up so much. Bam, bam, ba-na-na-na. Speedrunner has to tab out because the game keeps lagging. One of the highest in-game time records, I think it was Croven. The game would lag real bad for them, so they'd have to keep like pausing or something like that. I think. It's hard for me to remember now. I don't really care about Mom Pom.
Should help.
Rip true shot. Take the hell.
So much for talking.
How many wins does the save file have? Assume it has all weapons fully upgraded and mirror max. Everything's maxed out except for maybe like the Hades room thing or whatever.
Hot up here.
You know, where you just throw darkness at it or something like that. But yeah, so I just replace it. This one, I think, it's not even number of wins, it's just the number of attempts actually in total, too. So even if you reset a bunch of times on a speedrun, you gotta replace your save file every now and then. It's something I don't really love about the game, because it does mean that if you were new to the game, then this is a slight barrier to entry that you might not know about. Ow. But at the same time, it's also unfair. Ooh, what do we get finally? Damn, trash fight would have been fun. It's like breaching. I tried.
Let's get out of here.
No bottom bomb only. It's bugged on this, apparently, according to the person that made the save file.
To see.
In other words, the things on the save file do not matter. How many wins does it have? So it's not like a real save file, I guess, is one way of looking at it. Elo made it and essentially, you know, altered the code in it to give you a bunch of stuff, I believe. If you reset the save file, it says you have 50 attempts, I believe.
Hope you like it.
Ugh.
Thanks so much.
Okay, bye.
Welcome, Smap.
I hear something.
It's been a little while, hasn't it?
So in other words, how many minimum wins does it take to kind of max everything out? I guess is sort of your question.
I'll slay you in
This save file doesn't answer that. I'm not really sure.
That's one less.
It probably wouldn't even take 50.
All must die.
It's just hacked. It's not a legit file done as fast as possible. I believe so.
Any last words?
Because it was just made for the speedrunning community to combat the problem with the load times. It wasn't like a challenge someone made. If you want to see someone like
How about you?
try to get as many wins as possible from a fresh file with never losing, I think Vor's gotten to
Focus.
more than once potentially. Reem's definitely gotten to the credits without dying.
You're all coming with me.
And I believe he's done it at low percent even. So he gets 10 wins in a row from a fresh file. And he never unlocks anything from the mirror. I'm pretty sure. The whole time. Which is absolute insanity. That's so hard.
Been a pleasure.
It's gotta be over 50 for the Titan's Blood alone. I guess I can't say for certain, maybe.
Hang on to this for me. I've gotta go.
If you use the dealer a lot, there's like some luck potentially involved and stuff. Hey, Astia. Don't really want to skip the shop, but Zeus would have been decent.
Boosted a boon.
Hunter's Mark, huh? Gotta be more than 50? Oh, well, I can never really remember. We started a new save file many a time, but I can never really keep in mind how long it takes, really. Alright. It's something. Finally. An attack boon. Alright, go ahead, shoot at me. See how much I care. That hit me? I think it did. Okay, you're not dying though. Oh my god. This chamber right now. Ow! Oh! What's my call? Please stop hurting me. Oh! 1 health.
Back.
Ah! Damn, this fucking room had to be like the worst combo possible. So we don't have any Hermes right now, but I only have 2 rolls. Maybe second wind is all right. Second wind's all right.
Whew, felt that.
In this instance, at least. Crikey, that was spicy. Dun.
Why, hello, Lenny. What have you been up to since I last destroyed your multitude of heads?
Hades is a really long game to unlock everything. Very different from their other games. And even like the story is very long in comparison. Even if you tried to prioritize getting through the story and just you would take deaths on purpose, it'd take it so long to see it all. Dun dun dun. I think my original save when I stopped using it, which is probably a year and a half ago, if I were to guess, maybe even longer than that, maybe almost, probably not really that close to 2 years ago, but getting there. I think we were at over 3,000 attempts. Da, 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 dum. I remember in early access when I started speedrunning, I didn't have everything unlocked in the mirror, but then I found a good seed. Back then seeds were deemed okay because we didn't really know how else to do it. Well, rip second wind now, I guess. Yeah, I guess we will buy that.
Next region.
And I remember I didn't have everything unlocked, but I would share the seed with the other people in the speedrun community if they wanted to try to use it and everything. And they're all complaining like, dude, you don't even have all the death defiances. I'm like, I'm sorry. I think I like semi-refused to use other people's save file. I don't know. It was a weird thing of mine back then. Some weird principle, like I want to do it myself. Charge shot. Boom. Not gonna use anything else, that's for sure. I still have no palms on the attack. Would be very good. What's up, pup? Charge shot good, though. That would have been really useful. Fuck, against those witches. Ah. Holy God. No, 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 no.
A palm of
Come
power.
on. Dash or call? Probably the dash.
Can't do that. I'll take this one.
Now we're gonna get to do that. Mods are a bad word in the community. They're not a bad word in the community. I've played with lots of mods. I like to try out like new ones when they come out that are interesting or fun. I haven't tried the one that you're talking about though.
That boon got better.
Title dash again.
Asterius.
Are most speedruns modded nowadays?
Megara.
So I think a lot of the long-time speedrunners, I can't really say if the majority are, but I think a lot of the long-time speedrunners have moved on to a certain category on the leaderboards called modded, where a very specific set of mods are in use to reduce some of the RNG factors. Jesus, that was painful. Like some of the obvious ones are, you always get a 2-sack, right? But there's a lot of other stuff employed too. So I think a lot of the longtime runners have kind of moved on to that instead of the unmodded category. Whether or not which one's actually... Fuck. That was glitchy. Always get a what? A 2-sack? You always get the sack in 2 paths and sticks.
My reward.
Probably Billow, since I only get electricity from the call anyway. Back in the days when I would actually do the meme runs, which I don't bother with anymore because there's nothing left, I'd have like a simple mod that simply lets me pick what would appear in the first chamber, just so I don't have to like reset to try to look for one exact thing. That was about it. You mean it wasn't natural?
Time for a boost.
Hey, Forgetty. Guess hyper sprint.
I can't. What's for sale?
Thank you, Patty. I know I broke everyone's dreams.
A moment.
Hello, lad.
We have other company, I think. It's yours.
I think I had a YouTube video where I explained it in the video. And then I explained what the mod was and why I used it and stuff. And someone simply replied with, you could have just said that you're cheating. And been honest. It's just the first chamber, my dude. I mean, I could sit there and reset the save file until we get the thing I'm looking for as well, if you want, really. It's fine, I'm a cheater, it's fine. I'm sorry that the 16-hit Mean Bean run wasn't everything that you thought it was. Hey, somewhat. New Scandal coming out. I'm gonna be the next Dream, guys, it turns out.
One's rearming.
Washed up long-term Hades speedrunner are finally caught in the act.
We've better things.
Brilliant would have been aight.
Not what I need right now.
I think Holy Shield is better, honestly.
Power.
It's sad, but it's really easy to cheat at Hades speedruns, probably. If you just make a mod, your own mod, probably. I don't know if you could really do it with the mods available without it being clear that you're using it. If you made your own mod that guaranteed the 2-sack and maybe like a couple other small factors, you really can't get caught. And as long as you're not streaming it like an idiot, like that Minecraft speedrunner who streamed the attempts where they were cheating with extra good luck. It's like, that was a bad idea. If they had just pre-recorded it, they definitely would not have been caught, because how could they can't go back and look through all the runs that you, and the attempts that you've done, right?
That'll keep me going for a bit.
Wet Nightmares? Ooh. Is that like what happened in Ghostbusters 2 with Dan Aykroyd, or was that Ghostbusters 1?
Meg, help.
I'll take care of this.
Maybe, dude. Ow.
Monster, your battle prowess leaves much to be desired. The fiend has fangs.
No, 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 no. I've been meaning to try to boot up Ghostbusters 1 for wife, because I think she could get through it. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
Gods on high, attend me.
There goes my shield.
There was another movie I was thinking of trying to get her to watch. One's okay.
Finally.
I think as a kid I liked the second one for some reason.
Thank you for your
Maybe because it was
support,
just more colorful. I have no idea how it's
Seeing all of you
aged
next
though.
time, all right?
Well, we're not using that, so I guess that goes bye-bye. Vigo.
Let's see here.
I think it's pretty much always the tooth. There's always this big debate where people say that the collar is worth more.
Cut through Elysium.
I don't really know, honestly. People keep doing out the math and putting out the collar is better. If you have 3 Death Defiances. 1 and 2 are fine. Some of the jokes land flat. Was there even a third one? I kind of don't remember.
Fishing point there.
It's like the collar is apparently the good defensive keepsake going into sticks that no one ever takes, potentially.
Fish. I got a stone wall.
The collar is an extra 50 health, right? So you get... Is that what it is? So you get 50 health right away, and then if each Death Defiance is 50%, then you get an extra 25 for each Death Defiance as well. So it's like 125, is that correct? Yeah. So it's 125 if you have all 3. There's some other factors to consider, mostly just like overkill damage. So if you have a lot of hard labor on, it might not be worth as much. It really depends what your max health is, kind of too, a little bit, especially with a lot of hard labor. Because the tooth could get some run over damage. And if the collar's still, if you're still in like one-shot range of losing a DD, is an acorn better than both? It really depends, but I'm kind of venturing towards Acorn's not generally better than the Tooth. Unless you have, like... Acorn might be better if you have, like, 100% hard labor. But only might be.
What do we have here?
It depends how you lose your stacks. But the ads in the Hades fight... They're just... They're too apt at knocking them off, you know what I mean? Like, especially with EM4 on. So Acorn, high potential, but in practice or in average, you know, might not end up as good. At the end of the day, the differences between the three is probably not massive, especially for a casual run, so it's just kind of like whatever.
Found it fast this time.
Support fire?
Cerberus can never get enough of this stuff. Heading back.
Enable pain.
Now for a chance.
Broken spear point. I don't like it.
I'll take it.
Yay!
Fang.
I don't personally, well, I only compare it to the other defensive keepsakes, and I don't think it stacks up against the other three that we listed personally. And when you think about it, Hades will hit you with a big spin. I think the base damage, if he hits you with a big spin with no hard labor, it's like 60, right? And he's not doing any other attacks at that moment, so you get hit by it and you pay for it with the broken spear point, period. It's also just it's really hard to measure that one, right? Because you just don't know how much damage it's actually gonna block. Maybe if someone just did a lot of runs with each and they determined how useful it worked, maybe we could figure it out. Or even just with the broken spear point alone, and if they had something that measured how much damage it blocked, we could kind of figure it out. Oh, maybe the base spear spin is only 50 or 40. I think the spear point is a good beginner one when you're trying to get used to sticks and you don't really know the ins and outs and where all the cure wells are and stuff like that from the poison, and you're trying to get used to that.
I think it's time for you.
It'll help you out there, but eventually it'll get to the point where you really don't have to worry about that stuff that much. Dun, dun. Palm Blossom, no good in high runs. Palm Blossom is just not super useful. You just want a defensive keepsake pretty much the whole time. Prevent losing Death Defiances. For a casual run, it's a fun keepsake to have, but it's not that great. Even in speedruns, you would never really use it. You just use the dad keepsake after the god keepsakes. You just get so many boons that, in the fact that you can't really control where those palms are gonna go, you're just like really rolling the dice to see if it does anything for you, you know what I mean?
I did it.
Okay.
Someone very sore right now.
Number 16, baby. We got an easier one coming up too, I hope. I hope.
Got it.
A trout.
Got me a trout.
Down, down, brum, bum, ba, down.